Welcome back, Dodecadorks. We're the 12-sided guys. We have Scott as Ornan,
At your service.
Sabrina as Cilvy,
Oh, hello.
Jordan as Magram,
You're most welcome.
Matt as Guy,
That is my name. Don't wear it out.
and me, Paul, as the entire Aonan Inquisition. Burn, burn, purge, purge.
Oh no.
Praise be to Aona and all that jazz. Oh, and let's not forget, death to the heretic who sullied our temple with her foul arcane magics. But more on that in a minute.
No idea who that was.
Hey, did you know we have a Patreon? You didn't? Well, we have a Patreon where you can go and show us some love and support in the form of money, cash, dollar bills, and you get some bonus content depending on which tier you choose to support us at.
Money, cash, dollar bills.
But it could be character sheets, our after show Your Neighbor's Potatoes, or the wiki and all the battle maps. You should check it out. And I'm actually kind of surprised you've never heard that we have a Patreon. I could have sworn I've mentioned it at least once or twice. Oh well, now you know. Anyway, if you ever blew a conch shell hoping a giant robot would hear it, dash, 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 then this podcast is for you. It's Chorus of the Forsaken, episode 30.
That is Legend of the Mystical Ninja.
Technically, it's not Legend. It's just Mystical Ninja starring.
That's
what's
right.
His name?
Kid
Oh
Yang
my
and Dr.
They
Yang or
changed his
something.
name. They changed his name. It is. It's starring. Let me go get it up. It is starring Gomon.
Okay.
How did you get that one? Was it the dash dash dash?
Yes, it was the dash dash dash. And then I remembered too, you did something earlier, way earlier. First campaign, like within like the 10s or 20s. And I was like, is that Legend of the Mystical Ninja? And you're like, no. So it's been on my mind ever since. I kind of obsess over it.
Oh, gotcha. No, it was. I think it was stacking up sandals so you could jump higher.
Oh, jeez.
Oh man.
I remember when I was playing that game in that song, dash, dash, dash. And then at the end it goes, breakdown. And the rest of it is in Japanese. Oh gosh. I was like, what just happened? Like I was so shocked.
To be fair, listeners, Paul and I grew up in an era when video games didn't have any actual words to them. So then to have music with actual English lyrics in it, like discernible words, was pretty bizarre.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
It's
it was
crazy
so
to
funny.
me that makes me feel old. That like we grew up at a time when there wasn't even words in your video games.
Oh no,
In a
there were some
time.
words. There were some words like double dribble.
Double dribble.
No, well, double dribble
That's
sounded
a
like
very
wah, wah,
specific
wah, wah.
word.
Double dribble. Or Joe Montana Sports Talk Football, which we've talked about before.
He's in trouble. He's in trouble. Touchdown. Oh my gosh. Anyway, all you people who are listening to this right now, I apologize for all these throwbacks that are part of our childhood, but let's
I
move
regret
on.
nothing. No apologies.
Well, let's move on back into the city of Redlam in Via Severia. Last time we were together, Ornan and Magram went to Umbral Pike Keep to receive their reward. Long story short, they ended up in the vault with Sephora, the mistress of coin, who asked them some questions. They attempted to be a little bit deceitful, and they left after having chosen to take 400 gold and a strange fur cloak that smelled slightly of sulfur.
Also, they let it slip that we were being blackmailed for something.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. And Sephora made
we're
Yep.
fine.
And we also admitted that both of us were part of the Inquisition at some point.
Very
Yep.
willingly
Yes, you
admitted.
You're like quick covered by giving away more secrets.
Yes. Let's protect all of Guy's secrets by giving away our own. He's not here. Oh my gosh. That's true, friends. While that was going on, Guy and Cilvy decided to infiltrate the Temple of Aona in Redlam. So as
it was just a little reconnaissance. We were reconnoitering.
You were definitely reconnoitering. As you left the temple, you then had Pranciful come in and make a distraction while Cilvy changed into what looked like a prelate, or not a prelate, an acolyte, one of these temple workers of Aona. And Guy turned invisible, and you decided to...
White polyester suit and slippers. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Gosh.
I'm sorry.
It's all good. We are very popular in Utah, so that might really hit the spot. No, Guy decided to turn invisible, and Cilvy changed into what looked like a short halfling acolyte of Aona, one of these Hemnalite temple workers. As they both sneaked back into the temple, they decided to split up. While Guy went downstairs and started investigating the basement level and saw some women bathing, yeah, I forgot that.
Averted my eyes.
Well, Cilvy was doing the real work.
Yes. Guy almost explored the entire basement, but then he got scared by a warrior standing at an altar in the basement and decided
And
to...
the naked women.
Scared is a strong word.
It is a very strong word, yes. Cilvy, fearless as ever, decided to go and start opening up doors.
I feel attacked.
Decided to go and start opening up doors and opened the door to the women's dormitory. Inside was Prelate Annalise. Cilvy attempted to deceive her and made the mistake of missing her rank, which then did not reveal the magical disguise, but did reveal that Cilvy did not belong there. There were some spells cast, and Cilvy made a break for it.
No, it was a smoke bomb. She's just a ninja.
Exactly.
We established it
I'm
was a
pretty
smoke
sure she
bomb.
did say ninja vanish, yes. Dropped a smoke bomb and was able to get away before the prelate, or the arch prelate, stepped out of his office and attempted to cast Hold Person. Cilvy vanished off into the night, potentially getting away.
As
We'll
the
see.
Bloodhound does.
Yes. As then Guy sneaked back up out of the basement, still invisible, saw that there had been some kind of a commotion, and decided to leave through the main entrance of the temple.
For my date.
For his date with Prelate Annalise, who literally had just cast Dispel Magic on the smoke bomb that Cilvy had dropped in the women's dormitory. And that is where we're at right at this moment. So, very important. What I need to know is, Ornan and Magram, what are you guys doing at the Oak Throne?
I figured a couple of shots. Maybe we do some mixed drinks later on.
Of course. I can handle my liquor.
We got a lot of money. You figure we have a drink or two, right?
Sure. We've got at least 400 to spend.
Nobody else
And
knows
we
you got
always
that
make
money.
such good decisions when we're drunk.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, Ornan and Magram, you guys are still at the Oaken Throne. Is there anything you wanted to do? As the sun is setting, it is starting to get dark. You have realized, though, as it seems over the last couple of days, as Jib Jab has vacated and left the area, the animals here in town seem to have calmed down a bit. The snarling of dogs and cats and horses stomping on other horses, that kind of thing, has seemed to stop here in the city. People are starting to venture out after dark a little bit more. They're being a little bit less wary. Are you laughing at the horses stomping on each other?
I don't remember that description anywhere, but apparently horses have been stomping on other horses.
Curb stomping. Get wrecked.
It's a horsey stomp horse world.
The great horse stompings of Redlam.
I'm imagining horses like giving each other flat tires and pulling off their horseshoes, like just to be jerks.
Oh my gosh. And then doing their horsey laugh with their teeth because of Vaseline on their teeth. Is there anything you guys want to do as night is beginning to fall over the city before we jump to a date and something different?
And now for something completely different.
I'd be worried to go and check in on him. I'd hate for him to come in and us not be here.
I just didn't want Ornan and Magram to be totally unrepresented in this episode because I have a feeling this is going to be a different kind of episode. since they're at the Oaken Throne.
Yeah, no, don't worry.
That's fine. We will quip and make sure that we chime in.
Yeah, and if there's initiative, like we'll roll together and like we can banter for a minute, and then you guys can go back to whatever's happening.
Yeah, 100%.
I foresee it happening a little bit differently. All right, we are going to jump north of the castle and just a little bit to the east of the Temple of Aona here in Redlam. Just outside of the Temple of Aona is a place. I don't think that everyone can see this map, correct?
No, nothing.
I can see it.
Yes, Cilvy can see it. That's all that matters at this moment. Cilvy, you have just escaped from the Temple of Aona here in Redlam, and you have entered a section of town. It looks like it's a large market. This is the central market, which is, and it's an outdoor market. You see there's shops and things, but there's also all these awnings and booths set up. You can see that there's blacksmiths here. There are people selling like meat and bread. You see that there is somebody who's actually selling livestock. You got a couple of sheep here. You see that in the center of this square, there is this like little wagon that's opened up, and it has like potions on a display. You can see there's a little table set out in front. You see two tabaxi who are out there hawking their wares. You see an older tabaxi. I don't know. Can you guys see this if I do that?
I can see that.
You see this older gray tabaxi man. He's kind of full in the cheeks, kind of broad across the chest, and has a kind of a large tummy as he is talking about these potions and how they are amazing and how they will cure all your ails. And you can see that there is this other tabaxi, a little kitten tabaxi, who is running around helping, wearing. They both have gray fur. They have very similar markings. You imagine that
Oh my gosh,
they must be
that's so
father and
cute.
son. Yeah, I made those tokens, and I was
so
like,
cute.
I have to highlight them. You see their cart is pulled by this cow that's just sitting there eating some hay. You can see there's people
Wait,
wandering
it's
around.
a cat family with a cart with a cow? What are they selling?
They're selling potions. Didn't I just tell you that?
I missed it, sorry.
Scritches.
I was
That's
too
what they're
busy
selling.
looking at the
They're
They're
cats.
selling scritches. I know, I was like, oh, look at those guys.
Yeah, Cilvy, you enter into this square. You can see there's still people milling about, but a lot of people are starting to close up their shops as the sun is starting to go down. But people are also a little less wary than they were before about the dark, because it seems that things are safer here in Redlam than they had been for weeks as Jib Jab was in close proximity. So, first question, Cilvy, are you still in disguise?
No, I lost concentration after I threw my smoke bomb.
Oh, that is very important. So
But
the person,
I don't know if they would have been, because I threw the smoke bomb specifically after I ran out of the dormitory. So
Correct.
But the dude might have been able to see me. I don't know.
okay. Cilvy, you are now yourself again. You are wearing your robes. You've got your flute on your back. You've got your staff in your hand. You are a forest gnome moving through the streets as the sun is setting, and you enter into this central market. How are you feeling right now?
I'm pretty stressed, to be honest.
Okay.
I'm ready to get out of the city.
All right.
Yeah, no, I think I'm hoping that my disguise and then the confusion of maybe somebody else seeing something else will hide me for now. But I think I would like to get back to the Oaken Throne and let everybody know what's going on.
All right. As you move here into the market square, at this point, you just ran east out of the temple. And at this point, you have just been kind of on survival mode. I want you to make a perception check as you enter this market square.
I'm acting so casual, but my perception is 5.
Okay. Your perception is 5. You can see that there are some guards moving around here in the square. Just kind of, they're actually something different that you haven't seen here in town. The guards that you've seen around nightfall or after dark have all been staying close together, huddled together for protection. Now you see that they've kind of spread out. You can see that there are, like 4 or 5 guards here in the square. Some of them are just looking at wares. Some of them are just chatting with some of the shopkeepers or talking with some of the patrons who are who are moving through the square, but you venture into the square, and with your perception score of 5, you move into the square about, I'd say probably about 30, 40 feet into the square. You are actually coming close to where the 2 tabaxi are, who are selling potions. And with your perception of 5, it is at this point you glance behind you and you see 2 armored figures move into the square from the direction that you had come. You quickly recognize these armored figures from the Temple of Aona. They appear to be looking around and searching for someone. At one point, you actually see that looks like there's a man and a woman. They're both wearing splint armor. They've both got war hammers on their backs. And at one point, this man grabs a passerby kind of by the shoulder and just kind of stops him and starts talking to them. And then you see the person shake their head, and then they let the person go, and they start scanning the crowd again. Cilvy, what are you going to do in this moment?
I am going to cruise on over to those tabaxi folks, and I am going to start chatting with them like I have never been more interested in potions in my life.
As you walk up to this tabaxi man, he says, "Welcome to Spirio's Spirits."
Please, good sir, tell me about your goods.
You see the kitten has like a little bowl of some potion and is just licking it.
That
You
seems
should
safe.
ask for some skooma while you're there.
Honestly, though.
She has wares for you.
He's all, well, I've got all the potions you could ever need. We've got potions of health. We've got potions of heroism. We've got potions that can make you walk on walls, or potions that can make you float lighter than air. Potions for all your ails. His voice kind of changed, but still, you get the impression he gives you the vibe, even without an insight check, of like a snake oil salesman. And you see this little kitten behind him is just like, as he mentions like different potions, like, oh, potion lighter than air, the little kitten runs over, grabs a bottle and holds it up, and then he says, a potion for all your ails, and he grabs another bottle and holds it up. This is a routine that it looks like they have. Cilvy, as you are talking to them with your perception of 5, that is all you notice. I want everyone else, I want you guys to make perception checks. So Serena, Calden, Brenneth, why don't you guys make perception checks as you are standing here in the central market,
Oh my God, you
doing
guys.
some shopping. You guys are like, the shops are starting to close up, but I imagine you guys are just you've made a bond after you took down the drowned dudes. Instead the damp dudes, and you guys have now been kind of hanging out a little bit as you are here in Redlam. It's only been a couple of days since that whole thing went down. But yeah, what are your guys' perception scores?
So Brenneth got an 18.
Nice.
Calden got a 17.
And Serena also got a 17.
God, glad some people are looking out.
Okay, so with those 17, 18, and 17, you all 3 notice Cilvy. Hey, I know her. We traveled with her from Baragrad. You see her move into the square. Cilvy, make a deception or performance check as you are attempting to look nonchalant.
All right, come on, 15.
You guys can all make insight checks if you want to.
Oh, yeah.
Brenneth and Serena and Calden.
Sorry, I'm just thrown off because I have a different token.
Oh, gotcha. Yes, I made a new token for Serena, which I prefer. I'm not gonna lie. I think not too bad.
Oh,
Serena
that's
got a
cute.
12.
That's super
I
cute.
think she's really cute. Yeah. Okay, Serena got a 12, and then Calden and Brenneth.
Calden got a 21.
Brenneth got a 14.
Calden, you recognize that Cilvy, Serena and Brenneth. She looks just, oh, she's here shopping. Calden,
Casual as hell.
You keep seeing her look over her shoulder, just casually glance. Like, she doesn't actually do a full turn. She's holding it together pretty well, but you do see like a little glance every once in a while. Also, with everyone else's perception, Brenneth, Calden, and Serena, you see off to the north at an intersection coming into the square from a different direction, you see 2 acolytes of Aona. Acolytes may be the wrong word. Maybe a better word would be inquisitors. Maybe an even better word would be Navorians. You see this this woman spellcaster. You can see that she is wearing a black and gold robe, and she has got all these like ribbons and prayers and things stitched to it as she comes and enters the square, followed by an armored warden. This armor wearing, I think it's let me just make sure I know. Yeah, this splint armor wearing warrior is accompanying her. Looks like they have a shield and a sword. And then also you guys notice that a little bit further to the west, you see another Navorian coming into the square, as well as another warden. It looks like the Inquisitors of Aona are searching for somebody. Oh, and you also definitely see these armored ones that had followed in the same direction as Cilvy. You see that there is some kind of a confluence of Aonan Inquisitors, but I think you guys are all able to recognize the difference. And so I'll just tell you guys what the difference is. You have the Navorians to the north and to the west. And then these two that followed Cilvy in, these would be the Dyrinians. These are the more zealot ones. These ones are the ones who are incredibly, they're driven by justice, very little mercy, and force of arms is kind of their creed. So that is what you guys see as they move into the square, searching for somebody. And I would imagine with a 21 insight, Calden, you recognize Cilvy is in trouble.
All right.
Oh, let me say one more thing. You guys would also know here in the market, it looks like there are about 5 ways in to the market square, and from where you guys are standing, you can see 3 of them, and all 3 of the ones that you can see have these Inquisitors of Aona coming in search of Cilvy.
Okay. Calden will tell Serena and Brenneth, he'll say, I believe our friend Cilvy is in trouble over there. Should we go and check in on her?
What's that? I thought she was being kind of nonchalant, really.
She does her best. But these Inquisitors are making me a little nervous. We might abscond away with her.
Oh, that's fair then.
All right. If you want to go get her, I'm gonna get a better vantage point of the situation. And Serena's going to, in this kind of corner of the market where she's at, she's just going to climb up onto the roof of one of the buildings.
Oh, God. She doesn't do well with heights, dude. Be careful.
All right, Serena, are you trying to be sneaky about it?
Yeah,
because there are guards here moving through the market as well.
Yeah, I'm attempting to be sneaky. I'm not.
Why don't you make a stealth check then, and then make an acrobatics or athletics check as you climb.
I will make the stealth check, which is a natural 20, and
wow,
You
spoilers.
disappear.
Spoilers. I don't need to make a climb check.
Oh, okay,
nice, nice.
Serena's like, I'm going to get a better vantage point. And Brenna's like, yeah, okay. And then turns around and she's already gone. Okay, very cool. With a natural 20 stealth, nobody knows you are up there. Okay, let's see. Calden, you headed up to go talk with Cilvy. Brenneth, what are you going to do? You're kind of standing over here by this sheep that's for sale.
I am going to still casually stay by the sheep, but let's see, how far is that distance? I just want to be able to get there within a turn in case I need to help. But I'm going to kind of stay back and kind of observe things as best I can for the time being.
All right. Calden, you move up towards Cilvy. Cilvy, I think you spot Calden right away as this tabaxi, Spirio, is trying to sell you all manner of things that, Cilvy, you know that some of this very well may be real and some of this is definitely not real. Like wart removal cream and, love potions, yes, in fact.
Real.
Yeah. Real. Yes, that's true. It takes many applications. Calden, you walk up and you see Cilvy. What are you going to say?
Love potion is just Molly, isn't it?
Calden will say, Darling, I was out late at the Perillian Archives. I apologize. Shall we make our way out of here? Let's head on to that dinner that we were going to go to.
Yes, absolutely. Honestly, none of these trinkets look good to me. And Cilvy will sort of take his arm. I don't know if that works logistic wise.
You'll reach up your little hand and hold on to his hand.
Up above, but like, I don't know, take your arm in a dignified position.
Calden can just put his hand on your shoulder or something as they're walking.
Just hold on to the side of his robe.
I'm gonna just hold on to your hair while we're walking.
You put your hand over it. All right. As you are having this conversation, Brenneth, you are standing over by the sheep. Serena, you see these Inquisitors start moving in closer and closer to the center of the market as they are scanning the crowd. FYI, for people here who are watching, our players, there are more people here than tokens I put in because I didn't want to bog down the whole system like I did with the theater. Serena, you also notice as you were glancing more towards where Brenneth is standing, kind of in the south part of the square, you see 3 acolytes of Aona. You recognize them in their black and gold robes. They are not armored in any way, but they come walking up into the square as well. And Brenneth, one of them walks over to you and he says, pardon, have you seen a halfling or gnome woman who is about yay high, wearing green robes? Has anyone like that passed through here?
Brenneth is going to say, well, I don't reckon I've seen anybody like that, but look at your outfit here, my man. That is quite a stunning get-up. And those ones over there, too. And I'm going to try to, like, move in front of the other ones, if I can. And be like, okay. No, I've done a right fair bit of tailoring myself. Mostly done it with leathers. As you can see, I'm a bit of a tanner myself. But I reckon I could make something right beautiful for yous.
These are my vestments. These are holy vestments I'm an acolyte of Aona, of the Order of Hemnil.
And right holy they are.
Thank you.
Right holy indeed, but I bet you we could make them
Aona,
even holier, if you know what I mean.
Aona bless you, and he starts to try to move on, and you keep like distracting everybody. I made some rolls, and I'm just going to let you know, somebody spotted Cilvy. What I am going to let Cilvy do, I'm going to let all of you do actually, is do 1 round of something before we roll initiative.
Hell, okay.
Now, you don't necessarily know that you've been spotted, so just what would you be doing at this moment?
I think Cilvy would grab Calden's arm and just say, great job acting natural. I think these guys are after us. If you can...
Oh, of course. I'm definitely attracted to women. This is so easy for me.
I didn't even mean it that way, but yeah, if you want out yourself like that... I'm so distracted by learning Calden's sexuality.
You don't remember that tension between Calden and Guy?
I did. I just
something
didn't
there.
know that he wasn't attracted to women. I didn't even think about it.
If it comes to it, I can move you 90 feet away to perhaps get a better head start. But that's a last resort.
I can also move myself 90 feet away or 60 feet away.
I am capable of locomotion.
I can move.
I have a step that might be misty.
So rounds usually are about 6 seconds long. This is a long conversation for one round of action.
Sure, yeah.
Can't rush that.
You have to give it some space.
That's true. You know what? You know what? You're right. I'll step back.
I imagine we're walking south and
away from
west.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of my movement, but kind of over here.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys can move 30 feet if you're going to be moving casually. Not a problem. So there's your move. You guys going to do any actions or anything like that?
No, I'm gonna if someone calls out like stop her or like addresses her, I'm gonna cast a spell on Cilvy to zip her away.
Okay. And Serena, Brenneth, what are you guys doing?
Serena is, again, she's up there scanning all kind of, there's 4 places where Aonans are coming into the square. So she's scanning all of them. She's going to knock an arrow and be ready to fire at the first person who moves aggressively toward Calden and Cilvy.
Got it. Okay.
I mean, I'm still trying to casually interrupt these guys. So I'm going to turn my back to them and be like, you see, if we put the plates in the back right here, then nobody will see the plates in the front. And that's much less flat, of a issue of plates not being flattering, just so that way I can see where they're headed.
Okay, excuse me, sir. I'm trying to get around you.
And while you're pinching the pleats together on the back of their robe, you're pinching their butts.
I wasn't going to say nothing about that.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. I'm trying to get around you. Aona bless you. Aona, please have a nice day. And then you hear one of these Dyrenians, these armored soldiers that are coming in from the east, the ones that followed Cilvy. You see that one of them, she shouts out, "There, by the wagon!" And we are going to roll initiative.
Nice. Cilvy rolled a 16.
Serena rolled a 23.
Calvin got a nat 1 for 8.
Ooh, and Brenneth got an 11.
I'm going to get to take my reaction and then my turn, and I have action surge.
I think I've got everybody on here. That's a big order. All right. At the top of the initiative, we have Serena. Serena, you see this woman over by one of these awnings over on the east side of the square. Shout out and point towards Cilvy and Calden. You can take your turn.
Just my turn, not my reaction that I had prepared before.
Your reaction, the wording was if somebody makes an aggressive move, right? Or shouts out, correct? Is that what you said?
Yes. I don't remember my exact
you know
wording.
what? Yes, you can. Go ahead.
The
You
whole
can do your
point was
reaction
if anybody
and then your
yeah.
action. Yeah, go ahead.
So here's my reaction. 2 shots from my composite bow. And these guys are heavily armored, right?
They are wearing splint armor, very obviously splint armor.
Okay. So I take 2 shots with my reaction. A 28 to hit.
Yes.
That's only 5 damage. But I'm going to try to make this person afraid. So they need to make a DC 15 wisdom saving throw or be frightened of me.
So this zealot has advantage on saves against being frightened, which is good for her because she rolled a 9, but then she rolled an 18.
Okay. Well, that's an extra 5 damage, though, to her.
Okay.
So that was the first attack. Did the second one hit? Did the 16 hit?
No, 16 does not hit.
Okay, so that was my prepared reaction. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my turn. I'm going to shoot some more arrows at them, at her.
Yeah.
And that's I rolled it 3 times. I'll roll it 4 times because I'm doing an action surge. There we go. So that's a 22, a 22, a 23, and a 13.
That's 3 hits.
Okay. All right. Let's do. The first one is 8 damage.
Okay.
Second one is another 5 damage. And the third one is 11 damage. And I'm going to throw one more attempt to frighten her on there. So that's another D8.
Okay. That is a total of 5 wisdom. So they are now frightened of Serena.
And that's 6 damage in addition to what I'd already rolled.
Okay. So in your reaction and in your action for your first turn, you dealt a total of 40 damage and made this woman afraid of you, meaning she cannot come closer to you, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
And I'm up on the roof and people can see me now. I'm no longer hidden. So.
Okay. Well, just like that, it is now the Navorian Warden's turn. There are 2 of these Navorian Wardens. One is with the woman spellcaster, the other one's with the man. This is the one who is with the man who is coming in from the northwest corner of the market. And she is going to move a total of 30 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Coming in closer, she spots you, Cilvy, and points and says, "Stop!" And then she's also going to say, "Get her!" And then let's see, what's the range on this? You see that this woman who is now afraid of you, Serena, pulls out a javelin and is going to hurl it at Cilvy. Is that with disadvantage?
Let me look it up really quick. Frightened says has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls. Yep. So with disadvantage.
Okay, then let's see. That's only going to be a 7. This javelin goes wide. And then you also see that these Hemnalites who are down here by Brenneth, you see that they see Cilvy and Calden, and you see that all 3 of them are going to, well, actually only 2 of them are in range, are going to pull out daggers and hurl them in Cilvy's direction. And that is going to be 2 dagger throws, and that's going to be a 9 and an 11. Do either of those hit you, Cilvy?
No, and this all seems excessive. I actually need to calm down.
So let's just recap real quick. Cilvy, you were in their temple, and you used arcane magic
on anybody.
You used arcane magic on. You used arcane magic in their holy sanctum, which I think that anyone who has, I think that if Ornan and Magram were there, they would recognize that is a sign of like unhollowing the space. Like there's a very likely possibility that they will have to do some kind of, whether they actually have to or not, they will probably do some sort of cleansing ritual at this point because of what has happened there in their temple.
I took a dump on their floor. Nice.
You did an upper decker in their toilet.
Oh man.
That is the Navorian Warden's turn. Now it is the Dyrinian's turn. This is not the one who is frightened.
Can I use my reaction from them attacking at her?
Sure.
I was going to cast the spell. Can you move over there, please? And if Cilvy allows it, I will teleport her 90 feet away.
Yeah, I'll cruise on out of here. I'm not about to hang out.
It's 90 feet of my vision. I can move her to anywhere within 90 feet that I can see. So I'll just move her kind of at the edge of the map to the southwest.
Is that 90 feet? How far is 90 feet? You may actually get her right off the map.
Yeah, she can get off the map with that.
Cilvy, you are off the map.
Well, I'm glad this problem I created did not cause any issues for myself.
So
See ya.
Here's what happens. Okay. Serena has taken bow shots at these Inquisitors, which means that at that point she was no longer hidden. Calden has used a spell here in the market, which now means that they have seen Calden cast a spell. So we are going to continue initiative. I just need, here, let's just do this real quick. I'm laughing, but in real life, I'm not. Okay. Just remember, I'm not really laughing. Sabrina, roll a D10 for me. Did I say Serena? I meant Sabrina. I'm so sorry.
I figured it out. 6.
6. Okay. So what I need you to do, Sabrina, is I need you to roll initiative for Gardenia as she comes walking into the market on the east side, right behind these Dyrinians.
Oh, nice.
So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it was a random approach, and you managed to come right in, basically about 15 feet from the Dyrinian who is frightened of Serena.
Wait a second. Gardenia's a cop. She's gonna try to arrest us.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't even know.
Gardenia sees that some kind of a scuffle is going on. So what's your initiative, Gardenia?
All right, let's see. We got a 17.
That's the same as Cilvy. It's your turn.
Okay, we'll just leave it that way. Then I don't have to add a new one in. Okay, so that's so funny. All right. Well, Cilvy is safe, but Calden and Serena and potentially Brenneth are not. This Dyrinian up here on the west side is going to come rushing in towards Calden. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. is going to come rushing in with a dash towards Calden, calling out, pointing, saying, "Heretic!" And is getting right about at the potion seller's wagon. In fact, as he comes rushing in, you see the Tabaxi are getting nervous at all this commotion that is going on. They start to huddle up and jump onto their wagon to try to get away. And this Dyrenian comes in as he's running by.
They raise their hackles.
Well, he bumps the table that has all the potions on it, and they go scattering. And that is the Dyrenian's turn. Gardenia, you hear this armored Inquisitor yell out "Heretic," start running into the center of town, and from where you are standing, you can see Calden, and you can see that Calden is the source of this anger that this Dyrenian has. What are you going to do, Gardenia?
I don't think Gardenia would necessarily immediately run and protect him, but she would go and try to just kind of like halt the guard and be like, "Hey, what's going on here? I act as on an authority of the city of Redlam."
What's all this then?
What's all this then?
What's
mate?
all this? So you approach, you have 30 feet of movement, or if you want to dash, you have 60 feet of movement, but you see there is commotion going on here in the central market.
So there's a few guards here. Which is the guard that's like kind of like, is he the one?
This is the one that is running, the one that's up there right by the cart. He's just knocked over this this table full of potions, totally reckless and disregarding the people here who are trying to make their living.
Cool. So Gardenia's kind of gonna run up as close to him as possible, 40 feet, and then shout like, "Halt! Like, I come with the authority of the city of Redlam. Stop this."
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Oh, hell. This is going to be so bad now. Okay. 16.
That is not too shabby. Okay, we will see what happens then after you call for this Inquisitor to halt. Okay, that is Gardenia's turn. Unless you wanted to ready an action or something. Because you really only used your talk and your move.
Yeah, I don't think Gardenia is necessarily going to want to attack anybody. So at this point, if he takes off, I think Gardenia will dash and just kind of follow behind him.
Okay, so your action is to follow him wherever he goes. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. We ended up skipping somebody very important in this initiative. Moving up 30 feet, you see this Navorian woman in the robes with all the prayers and things stitched to her robe. You see her move down into the market and look over at Calden. Point a finger and... Well, actually, you can't tell if she's pointing at Calden or at Serena because we are going to have 3 different things are going to come shooting out of her hand as she calls out in a word, and then you see her spit after she does, but she points towards you guys, and it is going to be Serena, Calden, and Calden. Whew. You are going to have these attack rolls coming your direction.
I sure hope it's not a lot.
These are +5 to hit. Calden, 17.
Oh yeah, that hits.
26.
Yeah.
Serena, 16.
Miss.
Okay, I need to look up how much damage Scorching Ray does.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Oh, this is gonna be bad.
You know,
We have
I will
no healers.
Actually, what was that first one? Was the first one a 17?
the first one was a 17. Yes.
Okay. Oh shoot,
Like,
no, that was
shield.
still. I was going to, but
2d6 for the first flame is going to deal only 5 fire damage. And the second blast ray of fire is going to deal 9 damage.
Oh my
Ouch.
goodness.
Oh dear.
Calden's not a warrior, right?
Calden is not a warrior. Calden is very hurt right now.
Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so... Okay, that is her turn, and it is now Brenneth's turn. Brenneth, you see this acolyte of Aona, this inquisitor, you see her shoot out these flaming rays from her finger, trying to hit Serena, but definitely connecting with your pal, Calden. What are you going to do? In fact, sometimes you even call him Palden because he's your pal.
Beautiful.
Nice.
I'm gonna run up to Calden, and I want to try to. I guess, how rough are you looking right now?
Oh, on a scale of like almost dead to like fully healed, I'm almost dead.
Oh goodness. Let's see here. As I'm guessing this would take an action, but I have a potion of healing.
It can be a bonus action.
Okay, I want to use that on Calden.
Okay.
This will heal you for 10. That's
Nice.
max.
Oh, that's max. Nice.
Nice. Very cool. And then what do you want to do as your action?
I want to try to. Gosh, so how far did I move?
You moved 20 feet.
Here.
Or
20?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 20 feet.
I want to try to. Picking him up would probably take an action in and of itself, right?
I think it would. That would be kind of your grapple.
Okay. And then if I used, isn't there a key ability to like...
Unfortunately, it uses your bonus action, which you just used.
Oh, dang it. Okay. Well, I will use that action then to at least grab Calden and try to carry him an additional 20. Well, I've got 45 movement speed.
So then you've already moved 20 feet, so that would be 25 feet left halved to 10. Because you're now carrying Calden.
Okay.
Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah, I'll try and do that.
You see Evangeline Lilly looks very concerned about all that's going on here in the market.
That's a good looking token. I'm just saying.
All right. Brenneth, is that your whole turn?
I think that is my whole turn for now.
Okay. It is now one of these Hemnolite acolytes steps forward 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, moves further in towards Calden, and then points up and says, she's up there on the roof. And then she looks back over at you, Calden, and what she is going to do, I think that was her only dagger. You see her pull out a club and get ready to chase you down and club you to death. All right, that is her turn.
Cool,
and now,
cool.
Before we get to Calden, we have the other Navorian.
Nice.
The other spellcaster. He comes in. You can see that he is similarly dressed, the black and gold robe. You can see that he doesn't have so many prayers and such stuff stitched to him. He's got like almost like bandages on his head. You can see that he's got like gloves on his hand with like bloody knuckles and things. A pitiful creature is probably the best way to describe him as he moves into the market 30 feet towards his warden. Seeing Calden and seeing Serena, he is going to do the same thing. Point at Calden and Serena, and we are going to get...
Oh, man.
Serena, Calden, Serena.
Okay.
So one coming towards Calden, one of these scorching ray blasts. That's going to be a 17.
Oh, man. Yeah, that hits.
And then two coming towards Serena. Serena, how about a 21?
Yep.
Or a natural 20?
Oh, man. Yeah, the natural 20 hits as well.
So, Calden, you take 8 fire damage. Serena, you take... The first blast hits you for 7. The second blast hits you for 15.
Okay.
Oof.
I still have more hit points than Calden has max.
Had I taken the damage that you just took, it would have killed me.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, that now brings us to Calden Silvercrest. Calden, you are being held by Brenneth. You can see that everything seems to be unraveling quickly as these spellcasters are throwing fire at you from across the market. They don't necessarily look very strong, but they are wielding powerful magics, and there are all of these armored figures moving in to surround you as well. What are you going to do?
All right. Calden is going to hop out of Brenneth's arms and move his 30 feet, he's heading towards the exit to the southwest where Cilvy ran out of, and he's going to cast...
Bravely ran out of.
Oh yeah, he's totally retreating. He's going to cast the Sandman's Wall.
The Sandman's Wall?
Yeah, it's a wall of sand.
Okay. Yeah. How big is it?
It is a 30-foot long, 10-foot high wall of sand that blocks vision and ranged attacks right along this little choke point here.
Okay.
And it's 10 feet high, 30 feet long, and 10 feet thick.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh, that's crazy. It's double what's it called? It's double difficult terrain. 3 feet of movement for every 1 foot.
Yeah, it's just a big wall of sand.
Yeah, suddenly between Calden and the rest of the market, there is just this massive wall of sand. It just kind of, how does it appear? Does it come up through the ground, or does it just like it fall from the sky, or?
In Calden's like spell pouch where he's got all his components, he's got an hourglass. He keeps an hourglass in there, and he unhooks the top and then just, says the words, and the wall of sand comes out of the hourglass.
That's awesome. I love it. Okay, very good. The wall separates you, Calden, from the rest of the market. You can see that on the other side there is this guard who is kind of pushed aside by all this sand. And Calden, you are now blocked from line of sight. Brenneth, you see Calden disappear. Serena, you see that Calden is on the other side of this sand that you can see over the top of because you've got the high vantage point. But clutch move, Calden. And that brings us now to the fearful Dyrinian. Now, she cannot move closer to Serena, correct?
Correct.
What can she even do?
She can make a save. How does this work? She can... Yeah, she's frightened until the end of my next turn. Period.
Okay. She has got 120 feet that she can attempt to hurl this javelin at you with disadvantage.
Oh, jeez.
But with disadvantage because it's already so far and she's afraid. So it's just disadvantage. A javelin comes...
at this point, go big or go home, right?
Yeah, exactly. A javelin comes hurling out of the market up towards Serena, and that's going to be... Ooh, it was almost a 22, but instead it was an 8. The javelin goes wide, and that is her turn. She feels... you can see that she is... trying to work up the courage to come closer, but she's also kind of ducking down and hiding, worried that another arrow is going to come flying down at her head. Okay, that brings us now to the other Navorian warden. He is going to move down closer into the market and stay right next to this Navorian spellcaster. The first one, the one who, she's the one who almost took out Calden in one hit, or one round, and that is his turn. Which now brings us to the guards around the square. You see that there are 4 guards moving around. They all start rushing into the middle saying, halt, what's all this then? Whatever they do, blowing their whistles and spinning their billy clubs. You see they start moving in. Gardenia, you can see that these other guards who have been patrolling the market are now trying to get in and get some semblance of order. And the last person to move...
That's what I'm doing, guys.
You've got these 2 Hemnolite acolytes who are at the bottom of the initiative. They start moving closer to the pile of sand, and they look at you, Brenneth, and one of them points at you, Brenneth, and says... He was helping them.
No, I wasn't. I was trying to tackle him. He got out of my arms and ran away.
With a potion.
And he drank my potion.
He took my potion too.
All right.
That's gonna bring us
Inconsiderate that was.
Well,
I saw it. Gardenia saw it, dude.
Okay, at initiative 1, you see the townsfolk here who have been shopping starting to move. They start rushing off, trying to get to safety, leaving the market. You see there is a halfling woman who is right by the pile of sand, and she is going to kind of move over, trying to duck underneath one of these awnings. She can't get out the way she wanted to go. You see that Evangeline Lily moves off towards the northwest to get away. You can see that the Tabaxi father and son are climbing onto their wagon. You see that the Tabaxi, the father, Spirio, is starting to like try to whip and get the cow moving, but it's a cow. And then you see that the kitten actually pulls out some little vials and starts hurling them at this Dyrenian who knocked their table over. Is going to attempt to make a ranged attack, and that is going to be only an 11 as a little vial of acid bounces off the Dyrenian, hits the table that has now been turned over, and starts to sizzle and char the wood.
Wait, were they selling it as a potion?
The kid fought the good fight, though.
It was a weight loss potion.
Regrowth serum.
Oh, that is going to bring us now back to the top of the round with Serena. Serena, you're up here on top of this house. You've been hit by magic once.
Yeah, and the magic is definitely the only thing that I'm really worried about right now. So I'm actually going to take shots at the Dyrenian, the woman.
The one that you made afraid already?
At the north. No, sorry, not the right.
The Navorian?
The Navorian woman up at the top, up at the north.
The spellcaster with all the prayers stitched to her clothing?
Yes. Okay. So I'm going to take shots at her, and I'm actually going to attempt to do my sharpshooter shot on her, thinking maybe she doesn't have super high AC. So I'll take 2 shots. That's a nat 20 and a 6.
Okay, why don't you roll your natural 20 against the Navorian, the Navorian woman?
That is, let's see.
Wow.
14 plus 6. That's 27 damage.
Oh my goodness.
Wow,
27
dude.
damage is huge. Is there anything else you're going to do?
Wait, you had 14 to every hit?
It's a sharpshooter attack.
Oh, man.
I add 10 to every attack.
Wild.
Is there anything else you're going to stack on top of that potentially?
I don't. Yeah. I'm gonna make her afraid.
Okay. So she has to make a wisdom save.
DC 15 wisdom.
Natural 1.
Oh yeah. So she's afraid, and she's going to take an additional. Oh yeah, and this is doubled.
It is. Yes, it is.
Oh, another additional 4 damage.
So total, you dealt 31 damage. What happens to this Navorian spellcaster?
Oh, she's I can see that she's like self-flagellating in whatever way. Like she's was she the spitter or was she
She Yes, she did.
Oh my goodness.
I see that she has like this I'm gonna make myself throw up like hand in her mouth.
Yes.
And I shoot an arrow that like pins her hand through her face.
Oh gosh, and
Damn.
she falls over dead.
Okay, so with her dead, I'm going to there's still the other guy there, and Brenneth is in the middle of everything. I'm gonna stay.
Virginia will take care of Brenneth.
I'm gonna stay up there though, so that at least. Oh, never mind. That she loses her fear at the end of my turn. So I'm actually going to come over the peak of the building to the other side of this sand wall.
Okay.
And I'm still like above the sand wall, but it looks like I have cover to the whole west side or the east side of the market. So I'm going to kind of duck over there until next round.
Yeah, I'd say that you would have probably a +2 to your AC from the rest of the market. Yes, from where you're at.
I can't even there's no line of sight at all to. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it looks like the Dyrenians can't even see you at all anymore. The Navorian, the other one, the one who has like the bloody gloves on and stuff, he can still see you. But all right, that is Serena's turn, which now brings us to the warden who is there.
Actually, no, you know what? Hey, sorry, one more thing. I'm actually going to climb down behind the wall.
Okay, you're gonna climb
Good
all the
call.
way down.
And I
Okay.
will say, Calden, if you're at all like paying attention to what I'm doing, you just see me kind of walk down the wall like I have spider climb or something.
Oh, cool.
Nice. All right. That's now going to bring us to this warden who is near this Navorian, the one who's still standing. You see that this guard is attempting to stop this warden, and this warden shoves her back and says, the authority of Aona is higher than the authority of the Baron. And then she is going to move towards Brenneth, drawing a sword, and is going to come and attack at you twice.
Whoa.
Wait, no opportunity attack from the guard? I mean, that's
yeah, okay,
grounds to
you know
unload
what?
your clip, right?
Yeah, straight up. You're right. You know what? You are right. You
Oh, jeez.
I saw an acorn. Oh, jeez.
Oh, man, our country.
Very, very topical.
I'm just playing Gardenia, dude.
as the warrior shoves, as the warden shoves the guard and then turns and rushes towards Brenneth, the guard is going to attack back, rolling a 20 to hit, which is going to hit and deals 7 damage to this warden.
Nice.
Yes. Okay. Very good. And Brenneth, you've got 2 attacks coming your way. So
Oh.
we've got a 24 and we've got a 16.
The 24 will hit.
24 will hit. That is going to be, with this sword, that is going to be 6 slashing damage plus 2 fire damage. As something, this blessed sword deals a little extra damage as it comes striking down on you. You can almost feel the blessings of Aona trying to kill you. Okay, that is the warden's turn. The woman Navorian is dead, and that is going to bring us now to this Dyrinian, the one who knocked over the table covered with potions. He is going to turn towards Gardenia, seeing that Brenneth is now in hand, and he's going to point at you, Gardenia, and say the same thing. The authority of Aona is higher than the Baron. And then he is going to move in and attack at Brenneth as well. Brenneth, 2 more attacks coming at you, this time with a Warhammer.
Oh, jeez.
That is going to be a 9 or a 23.
23 will hit.
All right. That is going to be, oh my gosh, that is going to be, and yes, that roll was correct. That is going to be 12 damage. 12 bludgeoning damage. Okay.
I would ask how you're looking, but I can't see you.
Yeah. You hear this. You hear the sound of Gallagher hitting a watermelon with a hammer.
Oh, gosh.
Jesus Christ.
I saw him live at the Clark County Fair.
All right. Gardenia, it is your turn. What are you going to do? You have this Dyrinian here to your east, the one who was afraid but is no longer afraid. You see that your pal Brenneth is being attacked by some of these acolytes of Aona. You see that some of these acolytes of Aona have physically accosted the other guards. And what are you going to do?
Gardenia is going to go into a rage, and she's going to yell, "They're resisting arrest! Get them!" And then it will run down to the guy in armor who was attacking Brenneth and will give him a good old 1-2, 1-2.
Hey, what's your wild magic for doing the raging?
What is the wild magic? Let's see.
I always forget that you're a wild magic barbarian.
All right. Oops. I thought that was going to roll up, but let's see. That's a 3.
3. An intangible spirit, which looks like a flump or a pixie, appears within 5 feet of one creature of your choice, within 30 feet of you. At the end of your turn, it explodes. And each creature within 5 feet of it must succeed on a dexterity save or take 1d6 force damage. Then you can use it again and again with your bonus action until you stop raging.
All right. I am going to put that towards the little clump of acolyte Aeonian zealots down here south of me.
Okay, I'm just going to use Hinky Punk because it's fun. Hinky
Well,
Punk.
yeah, I imagine it's like a Hinky Punk Junior. Like it's
Did
like
we say it was a baby Hinky Punk?
yeah, it's like a mini.
There you go.
It
All
hasn't
right,
eaten enough
fantastic.
souls yet to be a true hinky punk.
It hasn't evolved.
All right, so then are you going to attack this Dyrinian as well?
Yes, so I'm going to attack the Dyrinian that was attacking Brenneth. And
Okay.
I am going to go in with my longsword for a 21 to hit.
That will definitely hit.
And that is going to do 8 damage.
Okay.
And then swinging again for a 23 to hit.
That will hit. This guy's splint armor is no match for your sword.
Nice. And that is going to be 9 damage.
Okay. And then the hinky punk explodes. Okay, real quick. So do they get a save or they just take the damage?
At the end of the turn, the spirit explodes in each
dex
creature.
Dex save. Okay. So we'll have the acolytes make their dex saves first. That is going to be 15, 18, and 19. They all save. Do they still take half damage?
I don't think so. It says or take 1d6. So
Dang it. Well, let's see if this Dyrinian takes the damage with another 19. They all 15,
Heck.
18, 19, and 19 on
Hey.
the dice.
I'm just glad those aren't their attack rolls.
yeah, maybe we
All
used them up.
Okay. So, Gardenia, I think
That's
that
how
is
odds
your
work.
turn. That's your turn. Brenneth, it is now your turn.
Okay, how is the Dyrinian looking?
The Dyrinian is looking quite healthy.
Yeah. I want to duck out of here.
Yeah, the Dyrinian on the other side, the one that was afraid for a while, she is looking much rougher.
Right. Oh man, I mean, we can try to make a stand here, but we are so outnumbered right now.
I mean, you got the city guards.
Yeah, but they're pushovers, dude.
I mean, you should run. I'll take care of these guys.
Brenneth wants to run, but I think seeing you wade into battle now, I don't think he's going to. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and make some attacks on.
So just a heads up, you have got a Navorian warden who is wearing splint armor and carrying a shield just to the north of you, and you have this Dyrinian warrior who is just wearing splint but has a warhammer and seems to deal some heavy hits, just standing right to the east of you. You are threatened by both of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna be attacking the Dyrinian.
Okay. Make your attack rolls.
We're gonna start off with an unarmed strike against him
Okay.
for a 24 to hit
Yeah, that'll hit.
for 8 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to whip out with my large Tanner's kind of knife and stab at him for a 19 to hit
That will hit.
for 5. Hold on. Before we take that, I'm going to use my Piercer ability
Okay.
to re-roll. Let's see. You have achieved penetrating precision in combat. Once per turn, when you attack a creature with an attack that deals piercing, you can re-roll one of the attack's damage dice. And I have to use the new roll. So I
Okay.
will re-roll that d6. Hold on one sec. Dice d6. 3 plus my 4, so 7 damage.
No, sorry. Technically, it's a 4. It's a D4.
Except that I have it as a Kensei weapon, so it's a 1d6
Oh, you're a
now.
Kensei monk.
Snap,
Yeah.
Matt. How about you just check yourself?
Oh man.
Okay, so 7 damage instead of 5. Yeah, that's great.
And I'm going to burn a lucky hunch point to try to stun him with that attack.
Ooh. Is that a con save?
DC 14 con.
He rolled a 16 on the die.
Darn. Okay.
Does he have a negative 2 to his con?
No, he has actually a positive 2 to his con.
I will burn as a bonus action. I'll use my mash the buttons ability to burn another key
Okay.
point to attack a couple more times.
Okay.
to make 2 more unarmed strikes.
You should call your key points KPIs, key point indicators. Like, I think that would really enhance it.
This
gosh.
is supposed to be
That's
a break
amazing.
from like work stuff.
I know, right? Ugh.
So what'd you get with that first of
Yes.
your?
So 24 to hit, and that's 7 damage for that one.
Nice.
Okay, and then my second one from my mash the buttons, a 25 to hit.
Jeez, you're rolling
Yeah,
awesome.
You're rolling really well. Yeah, that's another hit.
For
Can you
another
teach
8 to
Magram
damage.
how to roll well?
Yeah. Seriously.
Is there anything else you want to do? Any other key points you want to spend?
That is it for the round.
This Dyrenian now looks bloodied. Okay.
All right.
Now, that brings us to one of these Hemnilite acolytes is going to rush forward with her club and attempt to club you with a club. That's going to be a 15 to hit. Does that hit you?
That will not hit.
Okay, she misses, whiffs big time. All right.
Policeman officer, no, not your club.
All right, now it is this Navorian spellcaster's turn, the only one still standing, and he is going to cast. I mean, the dude's got fireball, but there's no place to use it.
Man.
So he's
I'm
going
so
to
glad I
resist.
got off the roof.
He's going to resist casting Fireball. He does have another casting of Scorching Ray. What is he going to do? You see him like reach up with his hand and like scratch at his forehead as he points at now multiple targets. He saw a guard attack his warden. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 targets. We have guard, Brenneth, or Gardenia. So Scorching Ray is coming first at guard. Second at other guard. Third at the guard, the first guard. So Brenneth and Gardenia, you are safe as 3 rays of fire come
He just
shooting
starts
out at
popping
these
up at
guards.
the police.
I know. So let's see. The first ray at the guard is going to actually miss. That's only a 12. The second one is going to be a 14. That will also miss this guard who, the one who attacked his warden. But the other guard is going to get missed as well. Oh my goodness.
They're beginning to believe.
These fiery,
Dude,
these fiery
Is Gardenia
spears-
training these guys? Because they are totally behaving like Gardenia right now.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that is crazy. Okay, so all of the Scorching Ray spells go wide, which is now going to bring us to Calden. Calden, it is your turn. You are standing safely on the other side of this sandy wall. What are you going to do? You can hear battle still going on the other side. You know Brenneth is still over there. You saw Gardenia enter into the fray. You see that there are still these Tabaxi who are, kind of stuck in the middle of all of this ruckus, and other people as well. But you see Serena over here on this other side of the sand wall with you, apparently safe for the time being.
Feel like this is dangerous, but I think it's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cast, I need to move over there. And I'm going to teleport 30 feet away onto the roof. Can I?
Okay.
So I think I'm blocked.
Which roof do you want to go to?
This one here. And I'd like to then use some movement to get to here. Well, can I get on the edge more? Or like, I don't know.
That's as edge as it gets. If you go any further over, you're going to fall onto the awning.
You're
No
totally
more
like
edging.
A little Ted. A little
Oh,
tent
shoot.
awning. You guys are
Could I stand? Because I can't physically stand kind of where I wanted to. I wanted to be like more like right here or here.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's
Basically-
You still have how much movement did you use after you got on the roof, right?
I would have teleported kind of where I wanted, but I couldn't get there because
Yeah.
the vision
Okay,
is
here,
blocked.
I can move you there.
Yeah,
Now
that's
you're there.
kind of where I want to be, but now I can't
Okay.
see the
Exactly.
world.
So we'll say that's where you are. That's
Okay.
where you are.
So I'm gonna cast Molten Discharge, which from where I wanted to be
I've had
should
that
get
before. You got to take a pill.
yeah, it's
Oh my
it's rough, but it's a 30-foot straight line of fire, And
Okay.
those two, so the woman and the other guy.
Okay, so the regular Hemnolite woman who tried to hit Brenneth with a club, as well
Yes.
as the Dyrenian who Brenneth took down to at least half hit points. Yes.
They both need to make DC 15 dex saves.
Real quick, when you cast I need to move over there, is that an ability or is that a spell?
It's a spell, which is a bonus action, isn't it? For
Yes, but you can only cast a spell and then a cantrip.
okay.
Yes.
Because it would take all of my full turn of movement to get through.
Also, you can use your full turn of movement to get on top of the wall and then see if you want to stand like right here.
Well, I meant like. Oh, okay. But then I'd hit.
But you will be open to them seeing you, but you'll be up
Yeah.
on top of the wall.
I can
Yeah,
go up there
like-
and push you down.
You can get up on the corner of the roof.
Okay.
You climb up on a box. That'll be your whole turn is just to get up to the top of the roof.
Okay. And would that hit Brenneth from that angle?
I think that you can actually miss Brenneth and hit the Hemnolite and the Dyrenian. Yeah, is it a 30-foot ray you've got?
It's a 30-foot ray. Yeah.
Perfect spacing right there. Holy cow. All right.
So they need to make a DC 15 dex save.
Okay. I'm just going to tell you right now, it does not matter what the woman rolls. Okay. They are both going to fail their dex saves. The Hemnolite.
They'll take
how much
23 fire damage.
So the Hemnolite
Wow,
loses
dude.
all 4 of her hit points
Oh, no.
and falls down dead. The Dyrenian is going to take 23 hit points, which is going to take him to a total of 70 damage. What does it look like as this Dyrenian falls down dead?
Clutch, dude. That was clutch.
Yeah, so just completely engulfed in flames as Calden, he writes sigils with his quill as he's casting, and he just shoots out this molten like bead of fire that goes straight through both of them. They're immolated and fall down on fire still.
Crazy. They are both there burning and screaming. And Calden, that is your turn. Okay, that brings us now to the other Dyrenian. The one who was afraid is now going to come rushing in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Going to move in, is now over kind of in the center by this knocked over table of potions. The Tabaxi are, look, both of them are now holding these vials, getting ready to throw them at whoever comes close. But it is not their turn yet. The Dyrenian pulls out 2. I forgot. They actually should be throwing 2 javelins and not 1 javelin. So she pulls out 2 javelins and starts hurling them at whoever she can see, which is going to be Brenneth or Calden. So Brenneth or Calden.
Gardenia.
Gardenia has not really. Did Gardenia attack? Oh yeah, Gardenia did. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, Brenneth, Gardenia, or Calden. That is going to be the first one is coming towards Gardenia. The second one is coming towards Gardenia. Gardenia, you have 2 javelins coming your direction. The first one is a 20 to hit.
That'll do it.
That's going to be 6 piercing damage.
Okay.
The
Halved.
second one is going to be a 15 to hit.
That'll just hit, yeah.
And that's going to be 9 damage.
Okay.
Okay. That
Are those,
is
are
the
those halved because she's raging, or is that not?
Yeah, they should be halved, yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, okay. And that is now going to bring us to the warden, the one who was protecting the woman spellcaster, looks down at his dead charge and is going to rush into the fray, calling out a blessing from Aona. Moving in towards Gardenia with a dash, but not able to actually make any moves this turn. And that brings us now to the guards. Okay, these guards have been clutch. The first one, here's how it's going to go. 2 guards move in towards the Navorian spellcaster who is still standing, and they are going to each make 1 attack with their spears, and they are both going to hit, and they are going to deal a total of 12 damage to this Navorian spellcaster. And they start yelling, stand down, stand down. And then it is going to be the guard who is closer to Brenneth is going to take a stab at the Navorian warden who has been attacking Brenneth with, it's going to miss. That's only going to be a 9 to hit. And I think that is, and there's one more guard who's going to move up and is going to chase down the Dyrenian woman who just came running in, and that is going to be one strike, and that's going to be a 23 to hit, dealing a total of 3 damage. Now that's the Gardenia we know and love. All right, and that brings us now to just 2 more of these acolytes. I'm going to have them make sort of a wisdom saving throws. One of them rushes in towards Brenneth. The other one falls back, losing his nerve, and moves back, trying to backpedal and get out of this fracas that has occurred here in.
Fracas?
Isn't that what it's called? A fracas?
It's a fracas.
Fracas.
Or ruckus, but
I like fracas better.
It's a cringy fracas.
It's a cringy fracas. Yes, exactly.
Amazing.
Yes, so one of them is scooting and leaving. And at initiative 1, we have the people, the normal villagers. It looks like 4 or 5 of them all scoot out one way and are gone, including Evangeline Lily. You've got others that move off in a different direction. And then you have these 2 tabaxis who, seeing their livelihood at stake, they start hurling acid vials. So we're going to start with the kitten, who only gets a +2 to these hits, is going to throw one at the Dyrenian that is still standing. That is going to be an 18. That's going to hit,
Nice.
dealing 4 poison damage.
Or acid damage?
4 acid damage. And then we are going to get Papa Spirio, the potion seller, is going to hurl one at the Dyrenian as well, and is going to, oh my gosh, that's going to be a 24 to hit, and that is going to deal another 4 poison damage. Good job.
Or acid damage, whichever one.
4 acid damage. And this Dyrenian is looking very, very rough. All right, that was round 2. Back to the top with round 3. Serena, what are you going to do? You are still down here on the other side of this wall of sand. You can hear all the fracas going on the other side of this wall of sand, but you
I
are
think it's pronounced
safe.
fracas.
Fracas.
I'm safe, yes, but how high is the roof to climb up to it?
Oh, the 15 feet.
Okay, well, I'll use 15 feet to get up on the roof. And then I still have another 20 feet to move. So I'm going to move to the corner, try to get between Calden and kind of the rest of the fracas.
Okay.
And I'm going to take I'm going to take a shot at the Navorian spellcaster who's being surrounded by the Guardians.
Okay.
Or by the guards.
By the guards, by the Gardenias.
By the Gardenias.
For those of you who are just listening, which is everybody except for our players, the tokens for the regular guards look like Gardenia used to look before she got her upgrade.
Yep. So that's a 19 to hit.
That will definitely hit, yes.
22 piercing damage.
How does that look as you hose this Navorian spellcaster?
So this guy was like scratching his own face, right?
Yes.
Then this one just, like, I don't know, goes right through his stomach, and he just kind of goes, whoa,
And fall down. Okay.
Falling down. Okay, and so then I'll take my next shot, second shot against the Dyrenian that I scared earlier in the fight.
Okay, fantastic. Take your shot.
That's only a 15 to hit.
That will miss as it plinks off of the splint armor. Okay.
And then for my bonus action, I'm actually going to do Second Wind.
Okay, fantastic.
And I'll heal myself up 8 hit points.
Nice. All right. Okay, moving down the initiative order, it is now the Navorian Warden's turn. There are 2 Navorian Wardens left, and there is 1 Dyrenian, and there is still a couple of Hemdallite acolytes here on the board. The Navorian, who is next in the initiative, can either attack the guard next to her or can attack Brenneth. So, the first attack is coming towards Brenneth, And the second attack is coming towards the guard. Okay. First off, the attack against the guard is going to be only a 13. That's going to miss. The attack against Brenneth is going to be a 17. Does that hit you?
It does not, because my not in the face skill says that if I made an unarmed strike while holding a Kinsai weapon, I get +2 bonus AC until the start of my next turn.
Oh, heck
Nice.
yeah. My goodness. That is clutch.
Not in the face. That's my moneymaker. Oh, that's my moneymaker, mate.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, that is that Navorian Warden's turn. We are now down to everyone else is dead. It is Gardenia's turn. Gardenia, are you going to make another Hinky Punk show up?
Well, I think I'm already raging, so no.
Well, I think you can use your bonus action to make another one pop up. Actually, that's part of this skill.
Oh, well, honestly, I don't think I really want to flex my magic at this moment. So, especially since I think we're doing okay. So which one of these guys next to me is looking worse for wear?
So the warden next to you has not been touched at all, right? And then this other guy has also not been touched, this regular old acolyte, the one who's been trying to club Brenneth. But he also looks incredibly weak and very outclassed.
All right, I won't worry about him then. I will turn to this other guy who hasn't been touched. Oops, I did a javelin, but I meant to do a longsword. But that's a 20 to hit,
Yeah.
and that is 11 damage.
Nice.
Nice.
And then that is a 21 to hit for
Yes.
11 damage, sorry. Nice.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
Nice. Very cool. 22 damage just like that. Bam, bam. As this warden, who is wearing splint armor and carrying a shield, cannot seem to get the shield up to protect himself from your blows. Is that your whole turn, Gardenia?
Yes. I think for now that's it.
All right. Brenneth, it's your turn. You've got this other warden who is attacking at you, and you have this Hymnolite scrub who is also trying to hit you with a club.
All right, so the Hymnolite Scrub, I am going to do a roundhouse kick to that dude's face and try to do non-lethal damage, but I'm going to try and take him out with an unarmed strike.
Yeah. Go for it.
25 to hit for
100% hits.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
for 5 bludgeoning damage, but I think that's enough.
That is enough. His 4 hit points, you just clobber him. He falls to the ground, unconscious, not dead. The first combatant that has fallen that is not dead. Okay.
All right. Now, this one is 30 feet away, so I think I have to do this next one with disadvantage. But after doing the roundhouse in one kind of swooping motion, he pulls out a small knife, like almost like a scalpel from his leather apron that he has, and he's going to chuck this thing at the guy that's been running away.
Okay. Make your attack. AC 10.
All right. A 17.
That will hit.
And this will do 10 piercing damage.
Oh, this guy is so dead.
Perfect.
What does that look like as the dart goes into this fleeing priest?
Oh, I think it's a bullseye right into the back of his neck, like right into the spinal cord, taking him right down.
You were so
my
merciful with the other guy.
Mercy only extends so far.
Yeah.
Gosh.
And then I will then turn and use a lucky hunch point to mash the buttons against the Navorian warden over here and make 2 unarmed strikes against that one.
Let's see if you can hit her.
22
That'll hit.
for 9 damage and a 24
Yeah, that'll hit.
What
You're
is the
getting some great
deal?
rolls.
for
Jordan!
10 damage.
Oh
You
my
know
gosh.
how to roll.
This
Holy
is like
cow.
the best I've ever rolled in the entirety of our whole
This is
time doing
so
this.
good. You're doing so great, man.
Next episode, we're going to go back to Magram, and it's going to be like, I need you to make a perception check to see.
A roll
I
of
don't know.
4.
Exactly. All right. Is that all you're going to do?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. That brings us now to Keldon. Keldon, you're up.
All right, Keldon's going to squeeze past Serena and just on
Okay.
the other side of her. And he's going to cast his last 3rd level spell slot and do another Molten Discharge. And this one will go past one of the regular priests, non-combatants, and then up to the, I can't remember what you're calling the guardian
That's
guys.
a Navorian warden. Yeah.
Yeah, so to the warden and then one of the regular priests.
Newardian.
A Newardian.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So,
So
you're going to
DC
hit the
15.
Hemnolite who just got knocked out. So that's going to hit. so this
Fails his
Hemnolite
dex
is
save.
100% dead. And then dex save from the warden actually is going to save, rolling a natural 19. How much damage?
So he'll only take 10 fire damage then.
That's still
Okay.
pretty good.
That's still pretty dang good. Yes.
Then I'm
As
going
you
to
are
scoot
throwing fire from the rooftops.
back to the other side of Serena, and that will be my turn.
All right. You have this Dyrinian now who is upset. She is standing here next to this table of potions. She's been hit with bottles of acid, and she is going to call out for a blessing from Aona. Aona, watch over me, as she then swings down on this guard who has been harassing her. That's going to be the first one is going to hit, dealing a total of 12 damage, which is enough. Clobbers this guard to death. One swing
No,
right
not
on the
guard
top of the helmet
2.
and just smashes it sounds like Gallagher hitting a watermelon with a sledgehammer. Did I already use that one?
Yes. And I saw Gallagher live at the Clark County Fair.
And then she is going to move towards Gardenia with her second attack is going to swing on you, Gardenia, if only for a 7. That's going to miss. All right. But Gardenia, don't worry. Now the warden who has been harassing you is also going to swing on you. 2 attacks. That is, oh my gosh, a 7 or a 12.
Those will not hit me, Deuterino.
Okay.
That leather armor is working pretty well for you.
And now it is time for...
don't talk.
And now it is time for these guards to have their turn. They are both going to move down. The ones who were flanking the Navorian spellcaster are now moving down to flank the Navorian warden. So now there are 3 guards attacking this warden, and that is going to be a 14 or an 8 or an 8. All 3 will miss. And the other guard is no longer with us. So that brings us now to... It brings us now to Spirio and his son, who are going to start throwing more bottles of acid. 2 bottles of acid at the Dyrinian. The first one is going to be a 19. That's going to hit, dealing 2 acid damage to her. Oh my gosh. And then the second one from Papa is going to be... yes, that's gonna hit. That's gonna be an 18, and that's gonna do now 3 more damage. She is looking very, very rough at this point. Back to the top of the round, Serena. It is your turn. You see that the tables have turned. What looked so dire initially when Cilvy was here and everyone was getting flanked and Calden got hit so hard by magical spells, the tables have turned 180 degrees. What are you going to do?
Serena's going to hope that the guards here in town are all about covering up stuff and go ahead and move to the other corner of the roof and take some shots at the surviving Dyrinian.
Okay. Why don't you do these one at a time?
Yeah, we'll do the first shot. First shot's only an 11.
That will
And
miss.
the second shot is a 17
That will barely hit.
for minimum damage 5.
Okay. She is still standing.
And I'll use my last scare you attack.
That is going to be a fail.
Okay, so she'll be afraid if she survives this. Another D8 of damage for 2 more damage.
She is still standing, barely. Oh my gosh. She is still standing with 2 hit points. Oh my goodness. All right. And that's now going to bring us to the Navorian warden, the one who has been flanked now by 3 guards as well as Brenneth. And with her 2 attacks, she is going after guard and Brenneth. Okay, first attack against the guard is going to be a 22. That's going to hit. That is going to deal a total of 6 damage to that first guard. And then, Brenneth, an attack coming your way. That's going to be an 8. All right. I am going to have this warden. Actually, you know what? Never mind. The people who are left on the board are all incredibly zealous in their adherence to Aonan principles. She is going to fight on. But that brings us now to Gardenia. Gardenia, you've got a Dyrinian in front of you who looks incredibly hurt, and then you've got this warden who looks to be bloody at this point.
All right, I'm gonna hit the one who looks more hurt. Let's see, and that is, oh my gosh, that was a 7 to hit.
That'll miss.
Okay, and then we're going in again for a 15 to hit.
That will miss. Did you want to do your hinky punk thing? I'm just saying, the hinky punk exploding, if they fail their deck save, would probably kill this Dyrinian. 2 hit points left is all.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna let somebody else do it at this point. It's all good.
You're gonna let the cats do it? The tabaxi?
Yeah, I'm gonna let them throw some poison on him.
So that you can arrest them.
Oh my gosh.
I gotta make my quota, dude.
Oh my gosh. All right. If they bleed, you make more money, right? That's kind of the lesson we've learned in this campaign. Oh gosh. All right, Brenneth, it's your turn. You've got this Navorian warden. She has been harassing you.
All right. Brenneth is going to, kind of holding his Tanner's knife in a reverse grip. He wades and he's like, all right, bruv, I'm done with this. And I'm going to make an attack with that weapon.
Okay.
An 18 to hit.
That will miss.
Oh.
AC
okay.
19 with splint and a shield.
Oh, that's right. They have shields.
That's right. Okay. Well, then I will make another attack with that dagger. 20.
That'll hit.
I'm going to roll damage for 9, but I'm also going to burn one of my lucky hunch points to nick the artery to roll an additional d6 of damage. So for another 4 for 13 damage.
Nice.
And I'm going to burn another lucky hunch point to mash the buttons and make some unarmed strikes as well against the warden.
Okay.
25.
Jeez. Yep, that'll hit.
For 5 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And another 25.
That will hit. Oh my god.
For another 5 bludgeoning damage.
Is there any more things you want to do?
I think that's it.
Okay, all right. Well,
if Calden has magic missile, he can take out 2 people.
Calden, 100% you could take out this Navorian, or this Dyrinian.
So Calden is going to cast Homing Sigil at level 2.
Okay.
Which I don't know why. It rolled 1 already. I tried to click cast. But I'm at level 2. I can do 4 of them. So I'm going to do one at this guy.
The Dyrinian, yeah.
The Dyrinian, then 1 at the guard or the guy fighting the guards, and then 2
the warden.
At 1 at the warden fighting the guards, and then 2 at the warden fighting Gardenia. So
Gotcha.
The first one, the warden over here on the left will take 5 damage, and then the warden by Gardenia would take 10.
That's great.
Nice. Okay. All right. Very good, Calden. That's going to bring us now to the warden, the other warden, the one who has been attacking Gardenia. Gardenia, 2 attacks coming your direction, and that is going to be, those both might hit. Does a 16 hit you?
Yeah, that'll hit me.
Okay, then 2 hits because it's a 23 and a 16. So the first one, so we have got a total of 7. We have a total of 13 piercing or slashing damage and 8 fire damage. You do not have the fire damage.
All right, no worries. Honestly, I'm doing okay.
All right, and now it's guard's
That's
turn
great.
to try to clean up against this other warden. That is going to be 3 attacks, and that is going to be 1 hit, barely, dealing 5 damage. Slowly, this warden, so the 2 wardens that are left, the woman is further to the west and the man is further to the east. The woman looks like she is barely hanging on, and the man is only a little bit better off at this point as far as damage. But let's see what the cats can do as they start throwing throwing acid vials at this warden. The kitten throws one, only for a 16 that will miss, and then Papa throws one as well, and that's going to be an 8, which is also going to miss. All right, Serena, back to the top of the round. Round 5, 2 targets to choose from, both looking very rough, but Brenneth is still here in the middle of it, as is Gardenia.
I'm going to take a shot at the one that Brenneth has been fighting.
Okay.
That's a 22 to hit.
That'll hit her.
For 6.
What does that look like?
An arrow just kind of finds a gap right in the neck.
Okay.
It
Nice.
came out of nowhere. I didn't see anything.
And then I'm going to take my second shot at the final remaining warden.
Okay.
And that's a 23 to hit for 8.
For 8 damage. Okay. All right.
And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm staying on the roof because I think once this is over, I'm just booking it across rooftops.
Okay. All right. Very good. That will do it for you. Then it is now Gardenia's turn. Gardenia, I'm having to skip through so many dead people, but Gardenia, it's your turn.
All right, Gardenia's going in again. That is, oh my gosh, that's for 10 to hit.
That'll miss.
Oh my goodness. Okay, and that second one is a 7. So I'm just gonna chill out for this round. It's no big deal.
Okay. Not a problem. Brenneth, it's your turn. There's one warden still standing, and he has been harassing Gardenia for at least 12 seconds.
Nice. Well, I will back handspring over the smoldering carcass of the Dyrenian.
Whoa, you're very agile. I wasn't expecting that from you.
I know, right? Who'd have thunk? Anyway, I will try to roundhouse kick this dude.
Okay.
Only a 10 to hit.
That'll miss.
And then I will slash out with my Tanner's knife.
When you roundhouse kick, I'm thinking of Mel Gibson in Lethal Weapon.
Oh,
when he does,
totally.
When he's like teaching Danny Glover to do a roundhouse kick.
Totally. So whip out with the Tanner's dagger. Got a 25 to hit there for, hold on. It would have been 5, but I'm going to use my Piercer reroll.
Okay.
And reroll that to be an 8 damage.
Nice.
And then I'll burn my last lucky hunch point to take another couple of kicks at this guy.
Okay.
A 24.
That'll hit.
For 7.
What does that look like?
Brandon, you are the MVP of this fight.
I mean, I will have slashed out at him with that dagger, and then I think it's like I'm spinning away from him and jump into the air and do like a backwards dragon kick kind of thing and connect with him right in the jaw and send him toppling backwards.
And with that, as this final Navorian warden falls dead, we are going to cue victory music.
Woo! Nice.
I'm so happy our escapades didn't cause any issues.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I
this
just
would make it
realized
easier for us to break in.
I know, we just emptied out the temple.
That was my plan all along, you guys.
So here's what we end up with here at the end of this battle. You see that there are dead Aonan acolytes all around. Somehow there was only one casualty on the other side, and that was one guard who got Gallaghered to death by one of these Dyrenians. It's
R.I.P.
true.
Guard
It's
Brooks.
true. Guard Brooks.
Other people.
Brooks.
Oh man, all of those guards need to level up.
Oh, man.
As you guys are standing around, I imagine, Serena, you're going to scoot, right? Keldon, are you scooting out of there too?
Oh yeah, Keldon's out.
Okay. Brenneth, what are you going to do? You see Gardenia and these other guards.
I'll kind of nod to Gardenia and be like, Well, I reckon you've got this from here, right?
Yeah.
And then I will also scoot, and I might try to run up to where Serena is and follow her wherever she ends up going.
All right, as Calden, Serena, and Brenneth all rush out of here,
I want to rush
recognizing
out.
that.
I want to take credit for saving this scene.
Yes. Well, see, here's what you all recognize and realize as this fight ends. The Aonans are all dead, but that does not mean that there were not other people here in town who saw what you did, including spells being cast. As Brenneth and Calden and Serena make their way out of the central market and off to safety, Gardenia, you kind of look around like, yeah, look what we did. You see these guards look at you askance as you realize, Gardenia, they saw the Hinky Punk show up when you went into a rage. And one of them just asks, what the hell was that?
It was one of those Navorian tricks.
That's where we're going to stop for tonight.
Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness. All right,
Jeez,
you guys.
I was not expecting a B-side episode
Well, hey, there you
today.
go.
I wasn't either.
That was kind of fun. Well, very good. All right, you guys. Well, hey, thank you for playing. Next time we get together, we might actually get to Ornan and Magram and Guy and Cilvy and see what's going on with them now. But we hope you had a great time with this fight. Just getting to see the B team again in action, getting to see Brenneth I'm just going to say redeem himself. 100%.
Thank you. Yeah, I was going to say, first time was not great. This was much better.
MVP.
This was a great showing.
All right. Well, very cool. Well, don't forget, go check out our Patreon. We've got a shop, all of that rigmarole and all of that fracas. And until we get together next time, we hope you have a great time.